Hey, thought I'd do things a little bit differently today. This is a Chelsea-Luton match review, but as you can see, I've gone out for a walk around where my parents live in Surrey, and it snowed quite heavily last night and this morning, so it was quite surprised to wake up to that. And yeah, like I said, Chelsea-Luton review. So let's get to this. There's a few snowmen in the background actually, so I might ask what their opinions of the game were. But Chelsea 3, Luton 1. From my expectations, that is the bare minimum. That is the bare minimum. We got through. If we didn't get through today, if we didn't win this game at home to Luton, a championship side, then some men would have been absolutely cooking today. It would have been a Sunday roast, and it would have been Chelsea on the menu, but luckily it's Luton, as it should be. Yeah, I mean, Dammy made me laugh, the Grand Dam. He said yesterday, he tweeted out the similarities between this game and the Bradford City upset embarrassment that we had 6 years ago. That was also the 21st of January, 6 years ago. And same point in the FA Cup, the fourth round. And today, we went 2-0 up, as we did back then. They scored just before half-time, as they did back then. And we went into half-time 2-1 up, as we did back then. So I kind of had flashbacks to that, and I was getting a little bit nervous. But look, the boys came good in the end. There were some good performances, and there was some a little bit more disappointing. Starting with the starting 11, I thought it was good from Frank to change it up a little bit in places, and also the formation, because we were clearly playing, you know, what you could say is a 4-2-2-2 or a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-1-1. You know, it was sort of switched up between the lot at times, and I was happy with it. Kai might be disappointed he didn't get more game time, but is what it is. Sorry, mate. You know, you've got to work yourself back into the team slowly, and I guess actually the players that played today, it was probably the right choice from Frank. Anyway, what I was the most happiest about was Captain Mason Mount. I mean, this man, in fact, would have been dreaming about it since he was in the, you know, in his youth days in Cobham, in the academy. And yeah, I thought today he was absolutely excellent. Shame he won't be man of the match, but that mentality was there, proper leadership. You know, we've been lacking that at times from the midfield and the front men. Yes, we've got it in defence. Yes, we've got it maybe in Mendy. But, yeah, we needed it more in the midfield. And Mace, I think today might actually be the day that he really, really comes out of his shell and realises that how big of a part he is and has to play in this Chelsea midfield. And he's shown today why he always starts and why he's always playing. So I don't want to hear it anymore. Without him in that midfield today, we're lacking that real leadership, energy, determination, grit, getting involved at every single moment. Communication, he had it in numbers, he had it in abundance today, so big up Mace for that. But look, the first goal was a good goal. It came from a quick throw. I think we need to do that kind of thing a lot more. And you get so many cheap goals from that stuff. And I think it was Ziyech that threw it to Werner, who tries to cut it across the goal, but it gets deflected back into the path of Tammy. And it was a great finish from Tammy. Inside side netting, 1-0 up. The second goal was pretty good as well. I mean, Reece, finally we scored from a Reece James cross again. But yeah, Tammy jumps up well when Reece clips it in and he knocks it in. And Tammy scores a header, by the way. I mean, you don't often see that. And he needs to do that an awful lot more for a guy of his size, you know. He really needs to get on the end of crosses like that an awful lot more. And one criticism I had with him, I was arguing a little bit with, actually I was siding with Jay, arguing with Hajir a little bit on the watch-along stream. Just saying the one criticism, and this isn't a bad thing necessarily, overly bad, but one criticism with Tammy is that he has to get on the end of crosses more. Whether they're in the air or they're cut along the, you know, in front of the goal, he just doesn't get on the end of them more, enough, you know, to be on that next level. Jay was saying like Calvert-Lewin, that's a great example. But anyway, yeah, the game goes to 2-1. Luton get a goal back. and it was poor defending. At first, everyone blamed Kepa, thinking he probably should have done much better, and it looked like another clanger. But actually, when you look at the replays, I think Zuma does more wrong, if that makes sense. Kepa should have kept it out, and most keepers would, but Zuma makes himself smaller. He doesn't get close enough to the guy that's clearly going to shoot first time, and that's what happens on a wet pitch. You know, it's been snowing, the ball skips up and goes in. So Zuma, got to look at yourself there, make yourself bigger, not smaller as a centre back trying to block a ball, you know. Anyway, from that moment onwards, Luton grew in confidence, obviously tried to attack, and it almost became peak for us. Kepa saved us, got his head back up in the game, you know, got his confidence up. It was a great save from Luton, otherwise it would have been a Desmond and they would have had the momentum going into the last bit of the game. But look, we get our third goal, it's Tammy Abraham again, and I was so happy because that goal was made in Cobham. Starts with a great exchange between Billy and Hudson-Odoi, who came on, looked electric. And then Billy puts in Hudson-Odoi, they did a little 1-2. Hudson-Odoi puts it across the front of the goal and Tammy taps it in. And that's the exact kind of goal that Tammy could have much more often. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So that was brilliant. But then Timo did so well today. He did so well today. Great work rate, and he deserved the goal. He gets put through at the end, and you're thinking this is his time. He gets slid from behind when he's about to round the keeper, but then, you know, he's absolutely knackered, and he wants to take the penalty. Of course he does. But just because he was so tired, I think he just didn't put enough effort. Not effort's the wrong word. Enough thought into what he was doing with the penalty. He just hit it, and the keeper saved it, and it was poor from him, you know, by his high standards. So that's a real shame, and he's got to be the unluckiest striker in the world at the moment, you know, with all the offside goals and the times he hits the post and the crossbar. But look, his time will come. If he keeps working that hard, his time will come. And yeah, at the end of the day, 3-1, we'll take that. Barnsley in the next round of the FA Cup. Away, we beat them 6-0 last time we played them in the League Cup, but that was at home, so this will be tougher. We're not as confident as we were then as well. So yeah, a lot of positives to take from this game in context, because it is against the Championship team. Well done, Luton. I think they did really well today. Made it tough for us in spells, and they were brave is the word I'm looking for. Chelsea, hopefully you take confidence from this. I doubt it though. I am a bit worried about Wolves at home on Wednesday. Burnley at home after that. We should win. But then we've got Tottenham away. And what we need to be doing is we need to be going into Tottenham away on the back of 3 victories. Luton, W. Wolves at home, W. Burnley, big W. If we do that, then maybe we can look at that Tottenham game and get 3 points and get ourselves back into the top 4 race. Otherwise, it was a little bit flat at times. Chelsea can do better than that, generally speaking, but some real good performances in there. Big up Billy Gilmore, big up Mason Mount, big up Tammy Abraham, big up Timo Werner, big up Callum Hudson-Odoi. Pulisic is off form, unfortunately, I've got to say it. His day will come, he'll come good again. Emerson did well, Reece James did well, Zuma got to be better, but maybe that's come from a lack of game time. Christensen, meh. Yeah, so Kovacic actually came on as the captain for Mason Mount and played a serious through ball. He actually put Timo in to get the penalty. So more of that, please, Kovacic, when you're on the pitch, because that's the criticism everyone's got of you. But anyway, Chelsea move, next round of the Cup. It's a W, and yeah, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, please.